I'm from International University of Ulaanbaatar. I'm the first semester student. Oh no, first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now let me invite Ms. Urintoya to introduce yourself briefly to us.
Okay, good morning from Mongolia. My name is Urintoya. I'm one of the official members of Yobito's Master Club here in Mongolia. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jinji, for inviting me.
Okay, there is one more participant, Girshe. Are you possible to introduce yourself briefly to your colleagues? Girshe, are you there? Unfortunately, maybe she's not possible right now. Meanwhile, let me invite our next participant, our guest, Madam Biamtolam.
Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. And my name is Bim, and I am happy to see all of you guys. It's great speeches. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Chultum, are you possible to introduce yourself? Okay, and now let's officially get started to this meeting. Let me accept one more guest. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. So thank you for joining World Speech Day Global Virtual Event. So now let us hear you to make some noises to open this World Speech Day virtual event. Let me hear some noises. Okay. So each year, World Speech Day is dedicated to celebrating speeches and speech making through live public speaking events across the world. Now, over 100 nations hold World Speech Day events, make a speech, and it's our time to share our ideas and connect to a growing community of global citizens everywhere. So we believe everyone has an extraordinary idea and everyone can have a voice on World Speech Day. So We believe just one voice can change everything. Now it's our time to raise our voice, express our voice to the world, and we reach out to unexpected world across the globe. Yeah, this is going to be a great day of speech celebration. So before we start our meeting, let me invite our co-host, Ms. Orintoya, to introduce the World Speech Day in Mongolia, how it has been proceeded.
Okay. Okay. Am I audible? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, everybody, for participating here, World Speech Day. In Mongolia, it has been organized for over 6 years. 6 years, and also it's being organizing here in Mongolia for a second time in this year, 2022.
Virtually, right?
Yeah, virtually, online, right? Okay, thank you, and just happy to commence our speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank you.
Madam.
Yes, thank you. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our very first speaker, Mr. Baytarch, on the screen to present his enchanting speech. Let me give my control to Mr. Baytarch.
Thank you, dear dear Muxin. So it will be great. I'm so glad that I'm presenting my speech today. It will be honored to deliver to all around the world my voice that I wanted to share you guys. Okay. So before I start my speech, can I share my screen? Is that possible for you? Or if it's not, that's fine. Okay.
Let me try. Maybe you should start with that presentation. So meanwhile, I'm trying to handle it.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Today, I would like to tell one book that that we know that some of us already read, that we called Miracle Morning, who was written by this Hal Eldred. He when he was before he was writing this book, he was just had some car accident, and after he crashed his car with other cars, and he got very uh, serious injury in his body, and he already overcome this injury, and he uh, just challenged himself, and he had so much obstacles in his entire life, and after that he wanted to challenge himself, and he wanted to overcome, and he got so much changes in his life after he invented this miracle morning plan. That's why I would like to tell you guys about this author's book and about this author's story. Uh, First of all, his name is Hal Eldred, who wrote this book, and he is a great business achiever and book author and ultra marathon runner and international keynote speaker. Maybe some of you already read this book, and I really love this book. That's why I know that this book changed my life. And before I read this book, I wasn't a good, the morning person, and after I read this book changed my life. Uh, Maybe some of you never woke up at 5 a.m. If we wake up at 5 a.m., we can change our lifestyle, like daily routine. That's why it's very crucial idea from about his book. Uh, in that book, some great idea that I can share you, I can tell you. What is it? This is lifesavers. Each letters has several skills and method that we can change our lifestyle. So let me explain more detail about this lifesaver. So first letter is S. S is silence, which means we have to be quiet after we, wake up. It means we have to do some meditation, at least 10 to uh, 10 to or more than 10 minutes. And after we talk to our mindset, we can think, we can do, we can think more deeply, we can see our future more brightly. That's why silent is very important to our life. Next letter is A. A is for affirmation. If you tell yourself every time, every morning, some encouraging words to achieve your goals, it will be very helpful to your body. It will be helpful against your fear. That's why you should say at least 5 to 10 minutes every morning after you wake up, some affirmation. For example, I tell myself every morning, I'm the strongest person in the world. I can do it. That's why you should do it. That's why you should go for it. Yeah. As I told you, you should do it. You should tell this affirmation every morning after you wake up. Next letter is V. V is visualization. It means you have to imagine your future. If you imagine your future, one day your future will be come true in your life. That's why you should visualize it. You should imagine your life after you wake up at least 5 or 10 minutes. So next letter is E. E is for exercise. After you wake up, you should do some exercise. It can be anything. For me, after I woke up, I just do some sit up and push up. It will be very helpful to my body. Now my body is, my muscular is increasing well. So like I'm becoming like a bodybuilder. Yeah. That's why we should do it every morning, because it supports our blood system and allows blood and oxygen to flow to the brain. After that, we can understand our brain will work very well. Okay. Next, what is the next letter? Next letter is R. R is for reading. If we read every morning at least 10 minutes or at least 10 or 30 minutes, your brain will work well, and your thoughts will be very well, and you will be get so much wonderful ideas while you are reading these books. That's why you should read at least half hour in the morning, some very helpful books such as self-development books or this miracle morning book. Last letter is S, which means scribing. What I'm trying to say, you guys, after you read this book or something else, you should write some journal or write your daily lives. You can write anything, and after you writing, you will be very developed person in the world. And writing is very good method to develop your brain, to develop your style, lifestyle. That's why I would suggest you guys this method to your entire life. And last but not least, I would say to all of you guys, if you don't challenge yourself, you will never realize what you can become. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to challenge yourself? If you are ready, let's start. Just do it. Let's go for it. You can do it. I know it. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Wow. Thank you, Paira, for reminding us to remember in ourselves and our capabilities to achieve a great result by just becoming an early bird morning person. So thank you. You reminded us that life isn't full of endless possibility. We have to believe in ourselves. In order to do so, we have to use morning time more effectively, right? So now I would like to show our second speaker's pre-recorded video to all of you, who is Mr. Hussein Pater, and his speech title is My Story.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to check?
Hello everyone.
Let me try My Story. Mr. Hussein Pater. So,
Hello
can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
My name is Slater. I am just a normal high student with a big dream. Parents making a quality times with their children is very important for them. Mongolia is a developing country. Last 5 decades, inflation is very high in Mongolia, which means most of people financial conditions low. So they need to work morning, the night to feed their family. My parents are very busy and hardworking people, but they have been working blindly to living, so they can make quality time with me and siblings. Therefore, my younger sister and brothers is very lonely. They don't get that much attention from my parents. Children who have a healthy relationship with their parents are more likely to develop positive relationships with other people around them. They can establish secure bonds and friendships with their peers. They are better at regulating their emotion when faced with distress or difficult situations. A secure attachment with parents helps promote a child's cognitive, emotional, and social development. That helps kids exhibit positive social powers. The healthy involvement of parents in their children's day-to-day life helps ensure that their kids can perform better socially and academically. Children who have a secure, positive relationship with their parents learn essential skills and values that set them on the path for future success. My little sister is only 6 years old, but she has a depression because she don't get attention and look like other children. She feels things she shouldn't feel her age. So she got very vulnerable, and it's made me realize that parents' love and attention is very important for child's behavior. Most parents think materialistic needs is their priority. They don't get candy or toys, whatever. But the only thing they need is warm hug conversation from their parents. Most parents can be superhero for their children, so you don't need to busy with your work. You need to more busy with your kids. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Hussein Butter, for sending us his great speech, his stunning speech. I liked it very much. Okay, now I'd like to invite Chultum Surung on the screen to present his speech. Help me in welcoming Chultum Surung. Sorry, Jinji. He is here. He's gonna deliver his speech on live.
Great. Welcome to Surung.
Welcome. Sorry, we cannot hear you. Cannot hear you. Your voice is kind of low. Yes, we can hear you, but not clear.
Maybe we should try Surung for our next speaker. Meanwhile, we can connect.
Fix your
microphone,
right?
Maybe she got some microphone issue or internet connection troubleshoot. Meanwhile, we should introduce our next speaker, who is Yenjin Tham. And she also sent us her pre-recorded enchanting speech. Now let's all together watch his speech.
I'm gonna talk about social media. Everyone, my name is Yenjin Tham. Today, I'm gonna talk about social media. More than half of the world now uses social media, which is 4.62 billion people around the world now use social media. Social media comes down to a simple, basic human desire, the need to connect with other humans, to be part of a group. Social media came about the time after the world had technology and the internet made it so we can connect with anyone, anywhere, anytime we want. For me, it's a really good opportunity to get inspiration from other people through the documentary or YouTube videos. I can able to understand different people's story and increase my knowledge. Also, express myself on social media. But of course, it has a dangerous side, like real life interaction could be replaced. Feeling envy emerge based on fabricated lives. Moments are missed and memorable experiences are diluted. It can ruin your sleep, impacting your physical health. Also, it could be an addiction. Social media can be a great way to keep up with what your long-distance friends and family are up to. However, social media likes and comments don't always provide the same connection as a conversation over the phone, video chat, or text. Focus on those real-time conversations. Use social media as a secondary tool to nurture real life relationships. If you think about it, like it's very sad to spend all those time unnecessary social media things instead of having fun and feel every minute of your life, talking to someone you love, go to somewhere you wanted to go. So if you're scrolling down your phone all day. Stop it and take a break. Go outside and enjoy the view. Drink your favorite drink. Okay, thanks for the attention, everybody.
Okay, let's give some applause to Yenjun Sam, our third speaker.
Yes, Seno,
Okay.
China, Long United.
Now, we would like to welcome our next speaker, who is Miss Urintoya. Urintoya is one of our role model and persistent member of UB Toastmasters Club. So we are really excited and thrilled to hear her enchanting speech. Now let me welcome Urintoya on the screen.
Thank you, Miss Jinji. Okay, am I audible? Is my voice is clear?
Yes, it's crystal clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me start. Okay, first of all, I have dreamed that one day down the road, I would share my own stories with a ton of people in a world stage since my very young age. Today, I'm so splendid that my childhood dream is coming true. Now I'm about to share one of my stories I haven't yet shared with a number of people. Born as a grandchild of herders and raised in a gorgeous, expansive, and untouched landscape, I've been so fortunate enough to experience a nomadic lifestyle. There, I got to acknowledge first and foremost how hospitable Mongolians, in particular the rural area, are, greeting anyone else to their home. Secondly, although herders, including my own grandparents, may have zero desire to technically and scientifically improve and develop, they live with almost zero waste and zero carbon footprint, while people in developed countries are urged to reduce their carbon footprint. I got traditionally educated there from my very first 5 years by my beloved grandparents and beautiful hometown, Bulgan province. I call it traditional education. It may sound ridiculous. I once at a time heard that education from a street is sometimes more valuable and indispensable than STEM subjects once you use it correctly. Raised up playing with Mongolian ordinary children in a Gir district, and also worked as my profession as an accountant in World Vision Mongolia for children, I experienced it in how an ordinary child lives and dreams of. Most of them, of course, have certain goals. Some of them, luckily, have goals for an education, goals for a brighter future. Unfortunately, the rest of them have goals for just sober parents, just tomorrow's meal, and just for smiling. However, I, you, and we can work for it, for children's and their brighter future. I call it street education. Next, in 2003, my parents and I moved here in Ulaanbaatar, the capital city of Mongolia, to get better opportunity and get better education. To be honest, at that time, my family had no such large amount of money, but at that time we had ourselves, family. However, I have truly seen how my and also our life is being developed and being improved in my eyes with my parents' astounding and extraordinary effort. Having grown up seeing their great effort and valuable hard work, I honestly and truly value effort and working wholeheartedly. That is why I put education first. But I always remind myself that education goes beyond courses, goes beyond class lessons. In order to academically educate myself, I used to travel for almost 4 hours a day in freezing cold winter and walking alone in the dark, and used to live apart from my beloved parents for over 3 years. I had as a simple and ordinary, but not straightforward, not easy life as some of you have or had in the past. I firmly believe that as long as you and I put effort on things we are doing right now, and also add value on people whom we are working with, we can make our life and our future extraordinary. Had it not been for my parents' effort and my own effort, I wouldn't have been here delivering my speech from a world stage. I call it effort education. Lastly, hey girl, hey boy, whoever you are, no matter how your life is going now, you can only decide your brighter future and brighter life with your education. But keep remind that always education goes beyond what we traditionally think. Education goes beyond. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow, just wonderful. Thank you, Ure, for reminding us by educating, we become confident that nothing can hold us back from living our dream life. So it was truly enchanting and provocating. So now I'd like to invite our next speaker, who is Oyang. Oyang, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Her speech title is Mental Illness Awareness. Miss Oyang, welcome to the screen.
Thank you.
Oyang,
So,
we cannot see you.
okay. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about mental illness awareness. Why did I choose this topic? Because it's really important. in my opinion, it's really important thing to talk about. And nowadays, it's really hard to talk about our mental health issues. And why did we get so sensitive about talking about this? And why did we get so ashamed of talking about our mental health? And so I wanted to talk about this. And I'm grateful for doing this. And I'm so my honor to spread my voice about this topic. So, as you know, mental illness is just not just one thing. There are so many types of illness. For example, anxiety, bipolar disorder, depression, or ADHD. There's a lot of things in one topic, one big topic. And so why mental health is so important in our life? So for mentally ill person, things are so hard to do. And like, for example, getting out of bed in the morning for so early. So as that, there are seen as a lazy person. And that's not an example of lazy person, I think. Because what's the difference of lazy person and mentally tired person? And being lazy is just you have things to do, but you don't want to do it. Like, you know that you have to do it, but you don't want to do it. Like, let's just put it off for one day. Yeah, I don't want to do it, like that. But being mentally tired is you want to do it. You really want to do it. You really want to accomplish something, but you can't do it mentally. You can't pull off yourself and do it because you're so tired. And you're also anxious about, what if I do it wrong? What if I make it worse? So there's a lot of things going on inside your head, so you can't just do it right away. And people say that when you don't know who is mentally ill, you just see them as a lazy person or unmotivated person. And when you're mentally ill, you have unstable mentally, so it's so hard to be motivated. You have hard time finding motivation or encourage yourself. So I wanted to say that parents educate your children from really young age about mental health. Also educate yourselves. Being parents is a really big thing in our life. So you have to build one person's life, another person's life. So it's really important to worry about your children's mental health. Also, for teachers, I want to say that if you want to take care of your students and their score, you have to also take care of their mental health, because mental health controls everything. If you're mentally ill, you can't do anything. As I said, it's hard to do with these assignments and there's all the things. So if you see some students being not doing their assignments or not attending the class, you can just directly think they are being lazy and they are just gonna not make it. It's not just like that. You have to talk with your students, or somehow there are lack of therapy in universities or schools. So that's also one problem. And also, some people don't realize that how hard is being mentally ill. It's just imagine your leg broken, and if your leg broken, you can't walk do something, right? And you want help from others, and others think that you are seeking attention, being lazy. So what I want to say is pay attention to people's attitude, because people's attitude is based on how their mental health is on, and make people's mental health more valuable and important for other people. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Oyun Tokgiril. It was really interesting for us and for all of us. It has reminded that we have to take care of mental well-being. So now our next speaker is Madam Sarantoya Batgiril, who is a president of Doctors Toastmasters Club. And I would like to invite Madam Sarantoya on the screen. Welcome, Miss Sarantoya.
Thank you so much for your great invitation. So we are living in a generation where losing your identity on Instagram or Facebook is worse than losing your house. We live in a generation where our communication depends on use of social media, which became as addictive as using drugs. In 2022, Global Digital Yearbook report that more than 3 billion people use social media around the world. Also, more than 11 new users every 1 second in the social media. Let me ask you all a question. Where will this lead to? Are we heading towards Facebook or Twitter perfection? In my opinion, we need to change something in everyday life in order to save eye-to-eye communication, face-to-face communication, isn't it? I'm not saying that using social media is totally waste of your time. It can be used for marketing and spreading positive message to the world. In addition, it can lead to productive use of our time, right? And also peace of mind and happiness. However, always it is taking us out of the present moment and causing us to exist only in a virtual and also unreal world. I see families at dinner table. I see couples on dates. They are clearly together. However, their faces just stack on their phones like this. It drives me nuts. When we are checking our Facebook feeds or how many likes we got on the photo we just uploaded on our Instagram, where are our kids? Where are our beloved ones? Unfortunately, they are also playing on their smart devices or scrolling their profiles. This will damage our real life relationship and real communications we have around us. Another important aspect to remember is the content on media is so much engaging, really charming and attractive. So people even forget about the time and their sense of purpose. For that reason, people are spending hours a day with their screens. We know that this time can be put to better usage by pursuing other activities like sports, reading, cooking, and outing with our beloved one. In 2021, psychologists at Nottingham University found that we spend around 5 hours each day on our smart device, which means it takes up nearly 1/3 of our waking lives. This has a catastrophic consequences on our mental health. And smartphones negatively impact on our brain regions, which control emotional processes and making decision, paying attention. Also, constantly being on our phones, it stimulates some hormone from the brain that makes us feel great, and it can cause psychological addiction, unlike substance addiction. This can lead to social media induced addictive nature in the future. So I stand here with a simple offer. We need to look up each other, and we have to be connected to our surrounding people, and put your phone away and then make a human communication and face-to-face communication. I believe that the world would be a better place if everyone put this into action. I'm going to propose screen-free challenge and unplug at least 1 hour a day. Everybody spends their life searching your happiness. Happiness is always in your hand, truly. If you like this message, please share it to the world. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Such an stunning speaking. Let's applause to her. Thank you very much. I'm so appreciated hearing your great and enchanting speech. Ms. Toya. His speech name was A Real Challenge. Am I right? A real challenge, right?
Yes.
Of course, thank you for letting us understood about it, and also letting especially young generation need to know and work for it. I also just thought about that. Thank you, Ms. Santuya Patkerel, for giving and delivering your stunning and enchanting speech. Next, I'd like to announce our next speaker, who is Soldirten Dimbril, also from Doctor's Toastmaster here in Mongolia. Hi, good morning, Soldirten Dimbril.
Good morning, all Toastmasters. Thank you for your time listening to my speech today. I have prepared for World Speech Day about the doctors studying and working life and their personality, and how the Toastmasters communication skill helps us the variety of the medical professionals. And first of all, I want to talk about how the doctor's learning and studying career starts. About me, now I'm 32, and I have been studying for 10 years to become a nephrologist doctor, which means a kidney doctor. And also I have been working for 8 years from the general practitioner to the kidney specialist. And also I have 2 sons. The reason why I speak about this is if we calculate these years, 10 years for study, 8 years for work, and maternity leave for 4 years at least, it's a summary is 20 years. And people think that maybe the dentists are quite easier to study in medical university because it's just about 32 seats, right? But it's not complete. It's completely not. And they spent 5 years to become a dentist, and then they need 10 years to become a specialist. And healthcare professionals don't want to make a gap or take a break, because there are some surgeons and anesthesiology doctors, nurses want to move their hands continuously. And also,
Sorry, Soldirten. Your voice is kind of echoing. Do you hear it, guys?
Yes.
I'm sorry, how about this?
Now it's okay. Now it's good.
Okay, I'm sorry. Healthcare professionals don't want to make a gap or any
break because the surgeons and anesthesiology doctors or nurses want to move their hands continuously. And also, if we do not work by our professionals, we might forget about some drugs or some ingredients, combination treatment or latest treatment guidelines. So when the COVID-19 situation suddenly gripped the whole world, right? And all eyes were on the overwhelmed hospitals. It's not only in the Mongolia, every hospital beds are with the critically ill patients. And also all of the hallway are full and there are many long lines waiting to be admitted. During this harsh condition, everyone wants to stay safety at their home and prepare their goods and foods, but the frontline healthcare workers cry for the unknown people or stand for whole night. It means that maybe during some harsh situation in some emergency room, physicians wear only masks, which is lasts for whole day. And also some frontline healthcare workers were sick out, and they thought that it's an unfinished goal. They missed their home and children during the long-lasting night shifts. And now I want to connect the doctors and to the Toastmaster Club. And I'm a member of the Toastmaster Club, a Doctors Toastmaster Club in Mongolia. The globally about the 5% of Toastmaster field. And some doctors said that I want to be able to speak more confidently, more spontaneously. Or some doctors Toastmasters said that lessons learned from the delivering speeches or volunteering for leadership or mentorship made them better in their job, but also for the more aspirational individuals. They earn additional degree from the Toastmaster, and it can be the second act career and some passion projects. Some studies showed that poor communication skill in the medical field is the very big contributor for the unnecessary error, some deaths or lawsuits. For example, something like mishearing similar sounding medication or medical acronyms may result in a very critical condition. Why I'm talking about that is that being a clear and concise and delivering a distinct speech is just the hallmark of the Toastmaster program. Also, for the doctors, it's biggest difference is that Toastmasters has made our job. Doctors are becoming a better listener because of the Toastmaster Club. Especially from the table topic section or speech evaluation section. And many people have some habit of interrupting. They won't let the other people the talks finish. For the doctors, it's very important to listen to their patients. Finally, we are not so many in our club, Doctors Toastmaster Club. Our club is just 4 months old. And also from the Toastmasters Club, I've seen how well-spoken and experienced members of other Toastmaster clubs are. It makes us and want to stick with the Toastmaster Club. And everyone's been so helpful. And I can tell all of the doctors I'm feeling more comfortable speaking freely and feeling quite less conscious. And if you have some
doctors who are, if you have a friend or cousins who are the doctors, please tell about our club and please expand our club. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much, letting us also acknowledge about an alignment of Toastmaster, doctors Toastmaster, and your profession as a doctor. Wow, that's great. And also I'd like to express my appreciation for doctors here, doctors in Mongolia, all around the world, for just working for us. Thank you, Sovdirtin Dimbril, for presenting your great and astounding speech. Next, I'd like to invite Chultum Surun on the stage, on the screen, to present his speech. Now?
Can you hear me wisely?
Yes, now your voice is great.
Okay, thank you for the speak. Today's topic is, does technology make us lazy? Before I start my discourse, I want to just...
Sorry, can you open your camera while you're speaking? Now we are.
Okay.
We see you.
Okay, so before I start my discourse, I wanted to answer me, are new technology and devices making us lazy, dumb, and dependent? It's technology is a time saving, but we might not know how to use it wisely. Convenience turned into dependency. Technology has made the life so convenient for us. We are scared of the fact to spend a day without gadgets for an extended period. Yes, we are under the fact that technology makes us lazy. Always a common statement. Over 3 billion people use the internet today, which is 40% of the world population. Technology is everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Technology is not only rapidly changing, but it's changing so fast that most of us don't even recognize these changes. We take most of it granted and consider it norm. Many people have yet to realize just how rapid and profound the current digital revolution is, or how quickly it's breaking down old institutions. But the future is approaching even more quickly than we think. Right now, all the pieces are in place to completely change the face of products, technologies, organizations, and the entrepreneurship over the next few years. For me, the progress will, while not making us lazy, makes human being more active, both physically and mentally. First of all, machines or high technology don't help people. Do less work, but help them complete tasks more quickly. Let's not blame technology for making us lazy, because technology can make decisions for us. We make decisions for technology. What we do during the free time with technology is entirely left to us. We have to decide on how productively use them. People are more and more relying too much on technology to do everything for them. However, these sorts of technology are useful when it is required, yet technology sets lots of problems when it comes to internet. We don't know how long to stay on. In conclusion, the technology is both blessing and curse, and that's all.
Thank you very much also. Okay, thank you also. I'm so appreciated. You also let us understood about how technology and also how we can use technologically in a wise way, right? Great. Thank you. Thank you for delivering your speech in the World Speech Day stage. Okay, next. Also, I would invite, next speaker sent us his or her speech. Her name is Anojin. Her name is Anojin. Miss Madame Mokjung, can you show us his speech, her speech?
Okay, definitely. Okay, let's listen Miss Anojin's speech attentively.
Good morning, dear hosts and the speakers. It's a great pleasure for me to participate in World Speech Day for the second time. Thank you so much for organizing this wonderful day, giving us the opportunity to express our views and our voice to the world freely. Now, I'm going to express about the animal rights. Animal rights have become one of the most important issues nowadays. The rights of the animals are related in many ways. So let's start from the animal taste. Each year, more than 100 million animals, including mice, rat, monkey, hamster, cats, etc., a lot of animals killed in US laboratories for biological lessons, medical training, drug, food, and cosmetic testing. The animals before their deaths, some are forced to inhale toxic fumes, others are immobilized in restrained devices for hours. Some have holes drilled into the skulls, others have skin burned. More than 52% of the Americans opposite this animal test. So what happened to the animals during the tests? Animals may receive a control or limited pain that could potentially experience the animal feels extreme pain. Also, some animals can lose their brain tissue and some organs. In recent years, the limitless rabbit tested for the cosmetics, also the rats tested for the medicine, especially the brain surgery. Do you remember the one of the media? It's about the rabbit. In my opinion, this video has caused a great shock for humanity. Some were crying after they was watching video, so I'm suggesting to you, please watch this video. It can give you more information about what's the animal test and what's the big harmful of the animal tests. Now, nowadays, much people fighting for saying no to animal testing. Also, we have to choose a non-animal tested brands. Then, second, it's about the zoo. There is 350 zoos in the US, and in Mongolia here are just a few. Animals that have fun as a family who want to spend fun time with each other and kids, but it's not for the animals. They want real nature. They want real jungle. Animals are not our crown, not a toy, not a prop. They just want their freedom. So many types of animals that because of people, zoos are miserable. It can't provide sufficient space in enough health food. Don't serve consideration. Cages are like a prison for animals. Third, it's about the outfit. Do you like fur? And do you wear it? Maybe it's very warm and expensive. Also, it makes you look elegant. But do you know how to make this first? A lot of cute little animals die for your expensive outfits, such as rabbit, fox, and saber. Just only one outfit. People feel these animals when they're alive, because without losing their hair, highlight, and fresh quality, these animals are dying a lot because of human greed. So instead of real fur, I'm suggesting you, please guys, choose a fake hairy outfit. It's a very good choice. Also, you can sell more cute animals. And I think the circus and zoos are directly related to each other. As I mentioned earlier, animals are not our clown, not our joke. Animals must be wild in their jungle. Then, this is the most important thing. It's about the hunting. What are the main benefits of hunting for the people? People just kill a lot of innocent animals just for the fun. Some people choose being vegan for the save animals, destroying wild nature and reducing the number of their beasts of wildlife. In turn, it will cause great harm to the environmental. There's a lot of problems and issues about the animals, so let's stop the topic right here. I believe animals should be respected as one of the citizens of this earth. They should have the right, their own freedom, their own families, their own life. Animals are the real victim of this earth. They didn't declare war. They don't have the weapons. They don't want to destroy humans and impose religions. So be kind all types of the animals and same on the pets. So thank you so much.
Yes, it is really wonderful to hear Miss Anojan's speech. He made us remind that why we have to protect our nature world as well as the animals. So our last but not least speaker is, let me see, Giriltsik, and her speech title is "We Cannot Go Back." Miss Giriltsik, we cannot go back. Let me share her speech.
I've been living for just 21 years since my birth. It's a young and beautiful age. When I was a kid, I wanted to grow up fast. Now I miss my childhood and recalling my childhood memories. 21 years later from now, I will obviously look back on this age as well. In fact, we human beings never realize the value of every moment until it becomes a memory. That's what time is. We learn and understand from life until we die. I can't away from that path either. We can never change the past. We can never know the future and change it. I didn't realize it was a world where everything we wish couldn't be fulfilled. We all live our own lives in this world for the first time without any guidance. Therefore, we learn from our mistakes and try not to repeat them. The past. The biggest mistake I realized wasn't realizing to love family values. Divorce. One of the darkest family issues of the society happened to my family. It leaves a deep wound in the children's heart. There are many times when we miss the one who have left us. For me, there were tears in my eyes as I remembered my mother who had left my younger brother and me. Sometimes I cursed my parents thinking it was an irresponsible marriage. I learned that the greatest happiness in this life is peaceful life and having all the family members together. I can't go the past. If I could, I would go to the time where I played with my both my parents. Then I would love every moment and smile with my parents and thank them every day. The present. Now I'm a junior who's studying becoming accountant at Manda University. Now I have purpose in life. I realized that everything turns out well and becomes different when a person starts working for something for yourself. Time focus have as a brief to my life. How small does the Earth from look from space, thousands of billions of kilometers deep? Why we should why should we, the little ones in such a small world, not understand each other, hurt each other, and cry each other? As time goes on, I will face more and more things, and my perspective will change. But I've learned from my current life is, first of all, when something bad happens to you, never realize and never blame anyone or anything. If I wanted a better life than the one I would burn into, it was up to me to create it. Attract the good thing with your mind and try to see this good thing something before you see the impossible and the bad in someone. Then Yuri Gagarin said that looking at the earth from afar, you realize it is too small for conflict and just big enough for cooperation. Why can't we, the tiny creatures in this world, pale blooded, love and understand and respect each other? I want people to love each other when they communicate with each other, to be honest and not hurt each other. Most importantly, I don't want divorce to happen in any family. Don't create and leave a wound in your children's hearts. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now we're almost done. So I'm really thankful for all of your attention. Sorry for that. Yeah, this has been really wonderful to listening. It has been really absolute for listening all of participants and speakers' speech. So all of those speech was enchanting and thought-provoking. So we really hope that at least guests and audience, for people who might rewatch this live, would think twice about what he or she is doing. So it is really mind-blowing, all of those speakers' speech was. So now it was our great honor to host this meeting virtually for the second year. It's our first year, but it's our first year. The first virtual event was hosted by a Great Mongols Toastmasters Club. So for the members, we would like to tell you that we'll send you the participation certificate by tomorrow through mail you have registered. So we really appreciate for your attention and participation and insights for today. So now let me give my control to our co-host, Ms. Urintoya.
Okay, thank you. And also, for me, I'd like to express my appreciation for all of you who participated World Speech Day, and for also tuning your voice up, tuning for your great insights to each other, to world. Thank you very much. And let's finish our Zoom call.
So before we finish our meeting, let me remind you guys that one thing today we're hosting this event to celebrate the speeches. So there are three things we aimed at a public speaking. First one is to get into your subject, then to get your subject into yourself. Then lastly, to get your subject into the heart of your audience, which means like when we don't listen any speech from lip to ear, but rather from heart to heart. So we really appreciate for your attention and participation. See you next time, guys. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.